Let's begin with the speaking. Speaking is considered as the brain of your PT test. Why? Because it is going to share so many points to your listening and the reading section. Speaking, if you are doing good in your speaking, that means you are near your desired score. Speaking has got five sections with it. The very first, read aloud. Next, repeat sentences. Third, describe image. Fourth, read a lecture. Fifth, answer short question. But before starting the speaking section, we need to take care of very important thing, that is your mic position. Yes, mic position plays very important role. Whenever you are putting your headset, make sure you check your mic is working properly, your headsets are working properly, because that plays important role. Even if you are doing speaking or listening, these are the crucial things. So first, how you should know what is the correct mic position. So make sure you are keeping your mic just in between your lower lip and your chin. It should be here with two fingers gap. If you are putting your mic closely to your lips in between, then you will have a very cracky voice and a loud voice. But if you have the mic under your nose, then there can be a breathing sound that can affect your score. So before that, if you are going to start your speaking section, make sure your mic is in between your lower lip and chin. That is exactly the correct position with two fingers gap. Make sure your headset is not loose, or not just making sure that it's not fitted into you or something like that. Make sure that it is proper and very good when you are listening and speaking. If you feel any problem with that, make sure you complain to the invigilator then and there. If you don't, then you are going to suffer in your test. So let's begin with the speaking read aloud. As the name suggests, read aloud. What is in there? There will be a paragraph given to you and you have to read it. Not loud, it just said aloud. So number of questions for your read aloud is 5 to 7, and you it will be marked to you like 44, 22 to reading and 22 to speaking section. What you basically have to do in this is, there will be a paragraph given, you have to read it. The paragraph can be short, long as well, consisting 1 to 6 line as well. Another thing, if we discuss how you have to do it, you have to read the paragraph within a given time period. What is the time period, or what is the time limit in this? You will get 40 seconds to prepare. Prefer mouth reading whenever you are doing preparation. These 40 seconds are crucial so that you get familiarized with the difficult words, or you know that which line I'm going to struggle, and everything you'll see in your warm up session. Make sure that 40 seconds you do mouth reading. You're not reading all the things in mind, not mind reading. Mouth reading when you're doing warm up as well. Always speak loudly, not very much. After these 40 seconds, you will be hearing a beep sound, a tone, and then a new 40 seconds will be given to you to speak. Make sure you start speaking whenever you see the bar is out. Then only you start speaking. Wait for the bar to come out. I have seen some of the students, they start speaking, the bar is not there, they just start speaking, and the content goes out. So make sure that you see the bar is actually out and then you have started to speak. How is it marked? There are three things: content, pronunciation, and fluency. Your content is of 5 points, your pronunciation is of 5 points, and your fluency is of 5 points. Let's understand what actually a content is, what is pronunciation, what is fluency. For content, each and every word given in your paragraph is your content. Make sure you read each and every single word properly. If you don't worry, you won't be struggling in your reading portion. It's just you are going to face error in your fluency and pronunciation because of this content error. Make sure you read every word properly. Content is not the major one to give score in your reading. For reading, the pronunciation is the main thing that gives score, because the way of reading is known as pronunciation. The way of speaking and reading the words is pronunciation. So make sure you read each and every single word accurately and clearly. focusing on S, ES, ED at the end of the words. So you have to make sure to get score in pronunciation and to get score in your reading. You have to be very, very clear in your pronunciation part. Let's discuss fluency. Fluency, big thing for you all. It doesn't mean the speed of reading it very, very fast. You will lose points definitely and 100%. Fluency means the flow of speaking, the quality of speaking. If you are speaking in a calm and composed way, you are going to get the score in there. And if you are not speaking in calm and composed way, you will lack points in there. Make sure you have a break at comma, full stop, and connector. That should be just 0.5 or 1 second pause. If you have a longer pause than 3 seconds, the recording will turn off. Big thing, if you have a pause longer than 3 seconds or 3 seconds, then the recording will turn off. Let's understand the tips and tricks. The very first tip is, if you have find any word difficult to speak, make sure you skip it. Skipping is definitely better than the mispronouncing thing. You can skip it, but make sure you skip it in such a manner that the computer should not come to know, the software should not come to know that you have skipped something. Second, do not speak neither too fast nor too slow. You are not supposed to speak too fast or too slow. You have to maintain a normal level, a very calm and composed voice that can actually help you to get your score. There should be no unnecessary pauses or breaks in between. If you are taking pauses, let's say if you do so, the software will be attentive. The software knows, okay, the person is taking pauses, having hesitations in between. That means the fluency is suffering and you will lose points in there. So you have to make sure to increase your fluency. Keep on speaking, maintaining a smooth flow. Next, speak at a very smooth pace. Take 0.5 or 1 second pause on every comma, full stop, and connector. Connector basically means and, but, moreover, furthermore. Do not put stress over the words. I have seen students, they are putting stress over the words like difficult, find. You can't do such things. Make sure you read it in a very composed manner. Big tip, do not recorrect yourself. Students usually mispronounce the word, they come back and they recorrect it. That is going to put a very bad effect on your score. So make sure that you are not recorrecting yourself. If you have spoken the word incorrect, just keep on speaking. Do not stop or do not hesitate. Just keep on speaking and do not recorrect yourself. Speak clearly, confidently, and fluently. That is going to be very, very helpful if you are doing this in your read aloud. These tips will be really helpful because PTE does not want that you speak too fast. They want to see how fluent are you in English. So make sure that you read the paragraph at a very smooth pace. In this, there is one more important thing, that is your pitch level. Most of the girls have a sharp pitch due to which their voice become cracky when it is into the software. So make sure you have a normal level pitch, and for boys they have a heavy tone due to which they suffer. So make sure you also have a very normal or minimal tone so that you can get your desired score in your speaking. You can use the apps for checking your pitch level, that is voice analyzer. You can use that to check exactly your pitch level. Make sure you are not too sharp or having a heavy tone while speaking. This can actually help you to get your desired score. Now we are going to do an example for read aloud. You can see on my screen a read aloud is shared. There is a paragraph given. Before that, make sure you read the instructions. Look at the text below. In 40 seconds, you must read the text aloud as naturally as clearly possible. You have 40 seconds to read the aloud. So I'm going to just show you the timings, how it is going to start, and then we will do an example exactly how you have to do it. We can open any one. You can see the practice time started, so I'll do mouth reading. William Shakespeare, the renowned English playwright and poet, is widely regarded as one of the greatest writers in the English language. Born in Stratford upon Avon, England, around April 23, 1564, Shakespeare's works continue to captivate audiences with their profound insights into human nature and enduring literary brilliance. So, this is, I have prepared it. William Shakespeare, the renowned English playwright and poet, is widely regarded as one of the greatest writers in the English language. Born in Stratford upon Avon, England, around April 23, 1564, Shakespeare's work continued to captivate audiences with their profound insights into human nature and enduring literary brilliance. So, this is the way exactly you have to do your read aloud. Now we are going to see where I took the pauses, how I took it, and what you have to do. Let me turn off the timing. So, this was the read aloud. You can see a comma here. I had a pause here. William Shakespeare. Again, there's a comma after poet. Again, a comma. Is widely regarded as one of the greatest writers in the English language. Full stop. Pause. Born in Stratford upon Avon, this is considered as one single word because hyphen, 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 you have to read it straight away. Stratford upon Avon, then again a comma, little pause, England, little pause, April 23, again a little pause, 1564, again a little pause because there are commas. Shakespeare's, now again a very small pause, works continue to captivate audiences. Little pause with their profound insights into human nature and enduring literary brilliance. So you have to speak in the same way. Pauses are important, not unnecessary, but where it is required on every comma, full stop, and connector so that you sound natural, not that you are cramming something. So this was an example for read aloud. Next thing, repeat sentences. Repeat sentences are the king of your PT test. Why? Because they are going to give you lots and lots of points. Number of questions you will be getting is 8 to 10. Total marks will be 51. Speaking gives 32 points to your speaking section, the repeat sentences, and to the listening it gives approx 19 points to your listening. So what you basically have to do is the speaker will speak a sentence and you have to listen it carefully and repeat it. The length of the sentence can be short and long both. Don't just focus on the short or long. Don't think anything in your mind. You just need to make sure that you are listening the sentence very, very carefully. You are understanding the content. And if you are just cramming the things, that is actually not going to help you. Next, how to do it. You have to listen the sentence carefully and repeat it without any pauses or hesitations. You are not supposed to take any kind of pauses, any kind of hesitations. You have to speak at a very normal pace. Second is the content plays very important role here. Why? Because it shares marks with your listening portion. If you are covering most of the content, you are going to get very good score in your listening portion. Another thing, always make sure that you are not speaking or you are not hesitating, you are not taking any breaks, you are not speaking with any of these things. If you are speaking at a very calm and composed manner, then you are going to get the desired score in there. So make sure you are speaking at a very, very normal pace. So this is marked on three things: your content, fluency, and pronunciation. Again, your entire speaking is dependent on these three criteria. But in repeat sentences, content is of 3 marks, pronunciation of 5 marks, and fluency of 5 marks. Let's understand what does content basically means. The content is the or are the words that are spoken by the speaker. Basically, content are all the words that are spoken by the speaker. It is connected to the listening portion. If you are able to catch 80 to 100% of the content, you are going to score 3 on 3. If you are going to get 50 to 70% of the content, you will get 2 on 3. If you are getting 25 to 40% of the content, then you are going to get 1 on 3. Speaking 50 to 70% is more than enough. You don't need to make sure that, because PT is not actually checking your memory skills. It needs how well you can understand the things. It's checking your understanding part, understanding of English. So make sure whenever you are listening the content, always try to understand it. If you understand it, then you are able to repeat it in a very good way. Pronunciation. Again, speaking the words very, very clearly in a neat and clean manner, speaking the words accurately without any pauses, no mispronouncing of word. If you do so, the software will deduct your points. Another thing is fluency, speaking at a very smooth pace, no pauses, no breaks, and in a constant tone. You have to make sure when you are speaking, your tone has to be constant, not high, low, or you are having breaks. In a very normal tone. The way you started, the way you end should be the same. If you have fluctuations, you will suffer. Important tips and tricks for your repeat sentences. Very first is try to understand the content. Let's take an example. If the speaker said the lab is going to open on Monday, and I said the lab is not closed on Monday. Not closed means open. I just changed the vocab, but my understanding is good, my fluency is good. I am going to get full points. Always try to understand the content. Second thing, know your capacity of word catching. What do I mean by this is, let's say you are practicing 10 repeat sentences. Make sure you do this and try this. So 10 repeat sentences you have to do, and you have to focus on, okay, so I am able to catch the first four words properly. In all the repeat sentences, the 10 repeat sentences I practiced, I was only able to catch that first four words of a sentence and I was only able to repeat that. So that's your capacity of first four words. So make sure if you are able to catch those four words properly, speak those four words and maintain a good flow by adding a filler, such as I am happy to hear that. If you are able, just speak those four words. Whenever you are practicing your repeat sentences, focus on first four words. That should be correct. Add fillers and you are all good to go with your repeat sentences. Know your capacity. Third, repeat 50 to 70% of the content is more than enough. If you are repeating 50 to 70%, it's more than enough. You don't need to be worried about anything then. Do not speak too fast, can affect your word clarity. Whatsoever of the content you catch, speak it in a flow. If you are catching first half, last half, in between part, anything, you have to be fluent. Do not take pauses, no breaks, no hesitation. Keep on speaking, and everything will be all good to go. No unnecessary hesitations or pauses or breaks that can affect your score. To maintain a good flow, add fillers. Let's say you are not able to catch any of the word, just say, my name is this. It's a very beautiful day, so that you can get a good score in your fluency. So, this was the repeat sentences. Example for repeat sentence. I'll be doing this repeat sentence in 3 times, and I'll be telling you which is exactly the correct manner to do it. Let's listen to the repeat sentence carefully. They appointed a new manager to coordinate the work of the team. So when I heard it, I have to make sure that I'm understanding it. If not, I can even write the initials of every word. If you are comfortable in doing that, make sure you write the initials or you understand it. Whatsoever feels good to you, both the techniques are good. So like I'll start again and then I'll give the answer. They appointed a new manager to coordinate the work of the team. They appointed a new manager to coordinate the work of the team. So, this is the exact manner you have to speak: calm, composed, natural. Now, some of the students do it like they appointed a new manager, and I'm happy to hear that. Rushing, no word clarity, score gone. Some say they appointed a new coordinator to the work of the team. Fluency gone, pronunciation gone, no score to you. So you have to make sure whenever you are doing this, you read it properly. How I do is, they appointed a new coordinator for the work of the team. You can speak it in way. Whatsoever of the content you are catching, you have to make sure that you are speaking in a very good fluent, no pauses, no errors, no hesitation. Proper fluent, calm and composed way. So this was an example for repeat sentences. So we are done with the read alouds, repeats and tenses. Now it's time for describe image. The third part is describe image. There will be 1 to 2 questions of in describe image and total marks 22. It will not give any of the points to other section. It is completely for your speaking. What to do basically, there will be a picture, a graph, anything will be highlighted on the screen, basically a picture, an image. You have to describe or explain the image in the given time period. You have to explain, you have to tell what it is about, what are the features, what are the factors, what are the things written in it. Everything you have to explain in the given time period. If we talk about how to do it, you have to describe the image in the given time limit. As I said, what is the time limit? You will get 25 seconds to prepare. That 25 seconds you have to prepare the describe image. You have to see what the picture is about, how it looks like, what are the things in there, everything. Then there will be a beep sound, a tone again. Then you will get again 40 seconds, the crucial 40 seconds to speak about the image. Marking criteria, it is marked on 3 factors: content, fluency, and pronunciation. Content is of 5 points, fluency again of 5 points, pronunciation again of 5 points. What is basically content? Content is not very important in this task. Pronunciation and fluency plays a very important role in this. The data presented in the picture is your content, the colors, the numbers, the topic, the maximum minimum thing, and everything whatsoever you can see on in the image is your content, which is of 5 marks. If we talk about pronunciation, in pronunciation, the same thing as we discussed in read aloud and repeat sentences. Speak the words with a very good word clarity. Do not speak the words in an inappropriate way. No mispronunciations, and speaking the word as it is mentioned. If you find any of the word difficult in your describe image, you can skip that. You don't need to make sure that you have to speak all the words. No, content is not that important. The important thing is your pronunciation. Each and every word should be clear. Whatever you are speaking, the words should be fine. No pauses, no breaks. Fluency of describe image means that you are speaking at a smooth flow, at a very constant pace. You are not rushing, no hesitations should be there, no pauses should be there, no breaks should be there. You have to make sure that you are speaking at a very smooth flow. If you are not, then you can definitely suffer. Fluency doesn't mean speed or speaking very fast. If you are speaking it very fast, if you are using the template, you are speaking like you have crammed it, then you will suffer definitely. Even if you have a very good template, make sure that you use the template, speak it naturally, that it should look like that those words are your own, not the templates. So that thing matters a lot. Let's look at the example for describe image. I am going to tell you which template you have to use and how you are supposed to use it. See the picture on my screen. As you can see in the picture, 25 seconds has been started. This is a picture shows wheat and rice grains, we can say. So I have seen the picture, what it is presenting. Now I have to use my template and speaking this. The given image represents a picture of hands with rice and wheat in it. There must have been a popular debate about the information present in the image regarding rice, wheat, and grain. Moreover, some details about white rice and brown grain is given. Additionally, some facts about grain crop is can be seen. From the image, it is clear that the maximum value seems to be constant, which further states the importance of rice and wheat in the image. In conclusion, the given image includes lots of complicated data and analysis with all the sufficient data. I can repeat the keywords because the image did not have any kind of information in it. So I just spoke what I have observed using the template, put it the keywords, and it's all good to go. So you have to speak. Don't worry about the content. Our pronunciation and fluency is important. If you are good with your pronunciation, word clarity, you are going to get the good score. And if you are speaking in a very, very smooth flow, then it's more than enough. Make sure you finish it by 30 to 35 seconds. Speaking 25 to 30 seconds is more than enough, but make sure if you have more than 35 seconds is the last. We are going to begin now written lecture. Written lecture is again the very important part of your PT section. There will be 1 to 2 questions in your test. Marks total 20.9, speaking 13.3, and listening 7.6. What you have to do in there, as the name suggests, retell lecture. There will be a lecture and you have to retell that, framing a summary. The lecture will be played. You have to note down some points from the lecture and form a summary and speak it. You have to get words in there. There is a time limit. I'll tell you how you have to do it. The lecture will be played. It can be of short and long length both. It is not like it will be of 1 minute, 2 minute. It can be 30 seconds as well or more than that as well. You have to listen the lecture carefully, understand it, because the more you understand, more content you will have, and then you will get more marks to your listening portion. There is a time limit, no fixed time as I told for the lecture, but for speaking you have 40 seconds. Then after the lecture is there played, you will get 10 seconds to prepare, just to revise your notes and everything. Beep sound will be there, and at last you will have 40 seconds to speak. You will get a pen or a marker or a notepad to speak, to write down the words, phrases, whatsoever you can catch, and then you, for 10 seconds which you get for your preparation time, make sure you have a look and you understand all the things properly. Marking criteria marked on 5 criteria: content, fluency, and pronunciation. Content is of 5 marks, fluency is of 5 marks, pronunciation is of 5 marks. Content. What is the content here? Content in your written lecture is very, very important because it gives lots of points to your listening portion. The keywords, sentences, and the phrases of the lecture is the content. More content means more marks to your listening. Get as many phrases you can, get as many keywords you can. That is only way you can get your score in the listening portion. Pronunciation, speaking the word with a very good clarity. Do not mispronounce the words. Good clarity of content means good score in listening again. Fluency, again, not high speed. Please speak at a constant pace and smooth flow. There should be no breakages, no hesitations, no pauses. If you got so, then you are going to suffer in your test. Next, tips and tricks for reader lecture. Very first thing, you should have 18 to 20 meaningful keywords or phrases. Try to get phrases, not only single words, let's say picture. No, get beautiful picture. So this will be a meaningful word. More meaningful content you have, more marks you will be getting. Make sure you speak without pauses or hesitations. Try to be fluent and confident. The more you are fluent, more you are confident, you are going to get your score. Speaking 30 seconds is more than enough. If you are speaking less, then the speaker or the software will understand that you are speaking very less. No marks will be given to you. And if you are speaking more than 40 seconds and the question is already done next by itself, then the software will come to know that the person was not able to complete the thing in 40 seconds. You will lose your point. So 30 seconds in retail lecture and 25 to 30 seconds in your describe image is more than enough. Now, let's look at the example for retail lecture. I will be playing a lecture. I'll be noting down some keywords and I'll be presenting it with the help of the template that you have to use. And you have to make sure that you use the template carefully with lots of phrases. So I'll start writing some keywords and present it in front of you. Suicide is one of the leading causes of death in our country and actually in the world, and yet it's largely preventable. It has been trending up in terms of our national rate of suicide over the last decade or so. It had trended down prior to that. So we're at a place now where we really want to make a difference. We want to use the methods that we know can work to
lower the suicide rate and allow those who are struggling to get the help that they need. Mental health problems play a significant role for suicide risk. In fact, if you had to pick out one of the many risk factors that tend to come together to create suicide, mental health problems could be called actually a necessary but not sufficient factor in place. In greater than 90% of cases of suicide, as shown in the research, there is a diagnosable mental health condition at play, whether or not it was diagnosed or treated. Now, many other factors then lay on top of that to rise up to create an imminent risk for that sense of desperation, hopelessness, but then also the thought, the planning, and the ability to act on those suicidal impulses.
Now I have written the keywords, 10 seconds for preparation, and see how I am going to speak using the keywords. The main topic of the lecture was suicide is the main cause of death in the country or world. The lecture was mainly discussing national rate of suicide, want to make differences. He also provides information about various aspects. First and foremost, he was discussing about methods to lower suicide rate and health problem play significant role. He then talked about 90% cases of suicide and many other factors. He also highlighted the significance of the fact which includes desperation and hopelessness. Overall, it can be concluded that the lecture is having crucial information about suicide, which is strongly supported by facts and figures. You can see I noted down some sentences, keywords, phrases that is going to help me to get the score, and you can see the score. So what kind of keywords I will highlight it to you we can use? You can see the very first line. Leading cause of death, national rate of suicide, mental health problem, cases of suicide or 90% which I spoke, many other factors, suicidal impulses, desperation, hopelessness, diagnosable mental health, or we can even choose like methods can work to lower the suicide rate, or we can say lower the suicide rate. These keywords actually will help you to get the score. More phrases means more marks in your listening, and good flow and good word clarity means good marks in your speaking portion. Next thing is the last answer short question. Number of questions you will be getting 5. Total marks 9, listening 6, speaking 2. What you basically have to do in this, you will hear a question and you have to answer in one word. Let's take an example. Which day comes after Monday? If you know it's Tuesday, say it. If you don't know, say Monday. Please do not say I don't know, thank you. I have seen most of the students doing this. This affects your score. To maintain a flow, make sure you speak any word from the question and don't put more of the things on it. Written lecture, repeat sentence, read aloud are very, very important. Make sure you follow the tips and tricks that can actually help you to get your score. Let's do an example for answer short question. We will be listening to a question and see how we give the response. If I know the answer, I'll give it. If not, then I'll speak any word from the question. Let's listen to the question.
What is the name of the large road vehicle used for long distance passenger travel?
Coach. So the answer is correct, and I got the point. It says correct. So this is the thing how you have to do your speaking section. Answer short questions, read a lecture, describe image, read aloud, and repeat sentences. Focus more on your pronunciation and fluency for read aloud and describe image, read a lecture. Content is important for repeat sentences and read a lecture. They are more important. So work on these, follow the templates, and you will get your desired score.